you for waiting. Now we'd like to start the next session. The speaker, Mr. Hirota, is an engineer working for a company called CEC, and he develops systems for manufacturers with Ruby or JavaScript or C#. And also he belongs to the application workshop for the OSS Promotion Forum. And he's participating a lot of research activity or study sessions. On weekend, he does the programming workshop for children in his community in Makino Hara City. Today he's going to talk about the experience of 1 year experience for the programming workshop for kids. Now, Mr. Hirota, floor is yours. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Hirota from CEC. My time is limited. I'm going to talk about my presentation. Today, I'm going to talk about, not about my company, but my personal activities for the programming workshop for kids. April last year, we have started the programming for parents and kids in Makino Hara City, where I live. And in the Ruby World Conference last year, I talked about the experience before starting this programming workshop. And now it's been more than 1 year. And in this time, the kids and also I have made small but some changes. So I'm going to share in corresponding with my talk that I made last year. So here I wanted to, because the same slide, I wanted to use the English version this year. CC is the company that I work for. This is SIR company. And the revenue is about 44 billion yen. It's the mid-size SIR company. And industry automation is the division that I belong to. And OSS Promotion Forum, I have translated this page into English. This OSS Forum, well, I'm not going to talk about. I'm going to split OSS and also the development of OSS and people development. These are the target of this OSS forum. And let me talk about Makino Hara City. The largest tea field in Japan is in Makino Hara. This is about a couple of minutes walk from my house. If you look at the Wikipedia, you can see the picture on the right top. There's a huge tea field, and because this is local community, we can grow like sweet potato or persimmons, or we have some good festival, and these are our daughters. So if I looked up Makino Hara in Wikipedia, the photo is already replaced. So the reason that I started doing this workshop for kids, it's same as last year. Just let me review what I presented last year. Now the programming education is getting attention from worldwide. And my daughters, I wanted to teach programming to them. But there are many workshops held by company or some organization. However, they are mostly held in large cities in Tokyo or Osaka, and we couldn't find any in Makino Hara City. And even in Shizuoka Prefecture had no such workshop. So why not create by myself? And if I do so, I want to involve the kids in local community. This was my start. So however, as written on the left-hand side, there are many concerns to start. How can I teach? What can I teach? And how can we operate? How can we announce? These are the concerns I had. So I couldn't make the first step for for a long time. However, at the end of 2014, how I cleared these issues. Well, last year presentation material has been already uploaded, and I hope you can refer to my material. Well, once we start clearing these issues, I became more confident, so I don't have to come back to these issues again. However, next issue I faced is how can we improve these issues? So this is my policy of the workshop. I explained last year as well. Basically, we are making progress based on the policy that we made last year, but some issues we had. We started from scratch, and small Ruby, and block programming, and can be transferred to Ruby. That was my hope when I started. But after 1 year, there's only one kid who went to Ruby after 1 year and couple of months. Maybe because of my approach, but I was expecting that more people or more kids will go make advancement. However, there are 3 kids who are in small Ruby, and they are participating small Ruby Koshien this year again. However, like Scratch, they enjoy a lot. And kids will have fun in doing Scratch, and I think that's okay. They will enjoy programming, and maybe at last they might start doing on their own. And I started to think this is okay. And Waku Pro is the Waku Waku programming. This is a book where they can start from elementary school. However, depending on kids, there are some preference and difference. So it's difficult to use only one book. And so we have purchased not only one book, but a couple of books so that the kids can try. And when they make questions, I can give questions referring to a book. Then kids will start learning by themselves. So they can use not only one book, they can use the book they like. And also the Hello Ruby, which is a theme of Tori-san after myself. This content is very good. So I'm looking forward to listening to next presenter. The kids love this. Next is operation and announcement. This is just my feeling. The people's awareness cannot be changed so easily. So the people in local community, they don't look up the information on the internet. And the town hall has a maybe higher trust, but unknown organization has very low trust. These are not changing. So just same as last year, Hara Juku is an citizens seminars, which is organized by a city. And if we held regularly for 1 year, then your organization will be posted in the brochure, which will be distributed to the all the houses in the area. And in addition to this, in the presentation of a Hara Juku workshop, there's a section of the new workshop. And normally they will paste one sheet of paper. However, we bring our PC, and the game made by my daughter using Scratch is displayed. So as it's written here, this presentation of the Hara Juku, there is a demonstration corner where they can actually try. And this has a high effectiveness in deciding if they apply for one workshop or not. So this is just trial and demonstration corner. And however, in order to have this experiment session, they already has to have some Harihara Juku. So this year, we were fortunate enough to leave our brochures on this corner. And I don't know how many people exactly applied, but it seems that there are some results already from this presentation session. So we see demands increasing, needs increasing. The external factor is that from 2020, the programming will become compulsory in education. And when in a survey for the future career, IT engineer became #1. So, and also as an internal factor, well, we had maybe 3 kids at the beginning, and sometimes we had only 1 kid participating, and even no kids sometimes. However, well, we decided to keep doing this. And then parents started to promote our workshop. And then some people applied for our workshop or Juku. And there's one boy called Yuya. And he went to the finals in the small Ruby Koshien. So kids started to make some good result, which will lead to our promotion. So this is Yuya-kun, this small boy. He's surrounded by high school student or junior high school student, but he was only grade 5 in this year. So now we see increasing needs. And last year, we had only 3 applicants, so we couldn't hold this Harihara Juku. But this year we had 9 applicants, 7 new applicants. However, 2 people withdrew. And now we have 7 people, including one grandmother who is eager to teach the grandson. So now we are able to host this Harihara Juku this year. And once we can make this Harihara Juku 1 year, then all the procedure will become much easier from the following year. And the location of this workshop, well, the optical line finally arrived at our neighborhood. However, the community center in my neighborhood do not have any internet. So we decided to use Haibara Cultural Center following last year, and we are able to borrow PC in this cultural center. And when I checked the radio wave in this Haibara Cultural Center, some rooms in the first floor and second floor has the Wi-Fi reception. So although we need to adjust we don't have to adjust our date or schedule because of the availability of the Wi-Fi room. And here's the contents of this workshop, or Harihara Juku, which is not so much changed from last year. 2 hours one time and 2 times a month. First, we will start by hour of code. Then we will do the programming with Scratch and Hello Ruby. Hello Ruby is quite a computer science. There is no code, however, it's very good computer science. And we would try making a slightly huge project than listed on the book. And also we will try small Ruby programming Koshien. Hour of code, we do this in the first time and second time. The kids will try to learn by using their hand, and they will involve their parents, which is very fun. And also Scratch. We prepare a couple of books. And depending on kids' preference, well, we can suggest some book. Then they will start learning it by themselves. Because we have prepared not one book, but multiple books. And if I promote or if I provide one book, then their friends will start getting involved. That's very interesting effect I have seen. And slightly larger project. Well, last year we had brainstorming to come up with idea. However, in this case, sometimes they have to make something quite different from what they have been working on, and that was very difficult. So from this year, we tried to ask them to make something in the extension of what they have been working on. And for small Ruby and Scratch are quite similar. So sometimes they will just stuck with Scratch, and they can never continue to small Ruby. So for small Ruby, we decided the theme of the small Ruby Coliseum, and we are hoping that we can send somebody to small Ruby Coliseum. And Hello Ruby, well, like we sometimes do for the first half an hour of this workshop, so that we can share how computer is used in our daily lives and what is it in PC. They can just touch and sense. And kids are just listening, kind of absent-minded, but I talk about Neumann computer and machine language and high-level language. Like computer, in computer, everything is expressed 1 or 0. And by reading this sign, the programming will be established. And I hope someday they will understand what I meant by this. And algorithm list is published this year. And switching card, well, they can try by using actual card. And so that they can simulate what kind of transaction is happening in PC. And last year, the programming with Scratch. There are lots of the conditioning branch, like what happens if you use Scratch. And now we have, like everyone is using different book. Now we don't have any integrated theme. So current issue I have is, although I try to accommodate the kids' preference, however, in reality, it became so complicated for the person who teach, because the questions of one kid and question of other kid are different. And I need to switch myself in responding to kids. And now we have 7 kids in one class. So, but teacher is only myself. And sometimes I cannot sufficiently follow up all the questions or all the participants. So I wish there are any like colleagues or any there are person with the same interest, but I couldn't find. And also PC, the rental PC in Harajuku is very slow. And sometimes the troubleshooting PC takes so long time. These are the like issue after 1 year, and after number has increased, the participants number has increased. So now I want to talk about Ruby. Like when I write the programming to add 1 to 10, in case of language, C language, it's written on the left-hand side, but Ruby is so flexible. There are many ways to write the same code. So the top is using 4. But if you do the ordinary way of the writing, then second one. But if you love Ruby, we want to do it one line, like shown at the bottom. Of course, the same result, 55, will be shown. However, strictly speaking, if we use 4, the smoke cannot be closed. The actually transaction may be slightly different. However, anyway, for like fun programming, like fun is the keyword of this conference yesterday and today, and how I can convey this fun aspect. This is what I have been thinking these days. So what I felt good about after continuing 1 year is last year I was concerned, but now I'm confident. And now I'm happy after becoming able to do many things. And the kids are growing, and this is also my pleasure and my motivation to continue this session. And the result made by kids are making this workshop bigger. In order to continue, what is necessary? Well, first, I need to trust the power of kids. You don't have to teach everything to kids. Kids will start learning by themselves. And you can rely on the contents in the book or on the website. And if you have something, some question, you can ask the person who looks familiar. And also you need to limit your scope. You will make whatever you can do so that you don't put too much on yourself. And you can just incorporate whatever looks good to you. And if you think something is difficult, you can stop doing that. Now my impression is that the programming workshop is not going to increase on the local areas, rural areas. So we just have to keep going this. This final slide is very same as last year. The programming is not sufficiently taught in rural communities. We are living in very small community, and I'm just a businessman. So just ordinary businessman, but still I'm doing this. And I hope there are many other people who are living in rural community, rural area, who can start doing something I'm doing. And I'm glad if you start doing something like I started. Thank you for your kind attention.